Yes, people, what's going on? It's G on EGTV, and I'm back again with another video, and I got my guy Daud here with me. Daud, how you doing?
Wow, I'm very good, man. Just chilling, just taking my break from Arsenal. 2 months break. Yeah, let's go.
There you go. You know what? I've been on streams with you before on the Football Terrace, but I never had you on this channel, so it's good to have you on, debut on the channel. Let me know, how'd you get into supporting Arsenal, man? Because that's the first question I have to ask everyone before we go any further. And people in the chat, if you don't know who Daud is, Daud's massive on TikTok, has like over 100K followers on TikTok. Also, you guys can check him out on Instagram, uses the same name on all platforms. He also has YouTube, where you do live streams, if I'm not wrong. So you can also check him out on YouTube at It's Daud. And yeah, so that's just a little bit about you, but let them know more about yourself.
When it comes to supporting Arsenal, I started supporting Arsenal in 2007. So 2006, 2007, when I first, because I came to the country in 2005, and my family members, shout out to my cousin Ahmed, who was the one that actually suggested me to support Arsenal. And then I actually started supporting Arsenal playing PES. So I used to play PES with him back in the early mid-2000s, and then Arsenal was the first team that was on the PES, and then I used to play them. And Fabregas, big up to him. He is the one that actually made me support Arsenal, and yeah, he's the one that actually broke my heart. He was my first ever heartbreak. So big up to Fabregas.
There you go. Big up to Daud. Guys, also don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button right now if you're new and it's the first time watching. Also, don't forget to check us out on all our platforms. We're also on Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, so that's great. And finally, submit whatever questions you guys have in the chat throughout the show so we can engage with you. And I'm just doing a little survey, so let me know where you're watching from. Wherever you are in the world, let me know where you're watching from. That'd be great to know. But yeah, bro, let me ask you this. How'd you get into the content game? Before we go into Arsenal transfers, let's get to know you a little bit better. How'd you get into content? What was it? Like, was it just lockdown? You just decided to do a TikTok? And then
that's actually a good question. Because I used to actually watch Football Terrace. I used to watch you guys debating about Arsenal heated. So I'd be like, and you were the only Arsenal fan. And then that was actually supporting Arsenal. So I used to watch on YouTube by myself, and I used to think, and that's about 3 years ago. So about 3 years ago, I used to watch you guys, and you guys had heated debates. And then some of the United fans on the Football Terrace, I used to be like, bro, what is happening? I need to have my say on it. But I never had that passion to actually do it. And then I started last year, July. So last year, July, I thought, I might as well go for it. There's no harm to it, nothing. And then I just turned my phone on, made an account, TikTok, Arsenal, and then just started talking about Arsenal. And then people enjoyed it. I was passionate about it. And then, yeah. So I'm new to all this social media stuff, but hopefully it goes well, and then we'll see what happens.
You know what? You might be new to it, but you're doing a great job. And when it comes to supporting Arsenal, I always see you supporting Arsenal. There is a lot of people in our fan base who are very pessimistic, and I would say they're more negative, but they call themselves realistic fans. So I'm not going to tell people how to support the club, but that's how most people choose to support the club nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I've never understood. Like you pay money, you pay for Sky Sports, you pay for BT, you go to games, but you don't enjoy it. And then you're negative. I would never pay for something that I'm negative about. I wouldn't go to cinema and then pay for a film that I'm going to hate. I'm not going to enjoy this at all, but I'm going to still paying £20 to go watch it. And then you watch it, you hate it, you come back, you hate it. So it's either you support the team or you don't. You can't be one of them guys hate on the team. So I don't want to name names, but yeah, that's how it is.
No worries. Moving on to the next thing. What do you think about the season in a whole? Like, I know Bukayo Saka was just named player of the season. I know I don't know who your favorite players are at Arsenal. So let me ask, these are the questions. Who's your favorite player at Arsenal? Thoughts on Mikel Arteta and thoughts on the season as a whole in the same question.
My favorite player at Arsenal, there's two players, Emile Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka. I think them two players actually made me love with Arsenal back again because I fell out with Arsenal. I didn't want to watch Arsenal, and then as soon as the beginning of the season with those two players making a difference, Saka, I absolutely love Saka. I could watch Saka week in week out. I don't know how people hate on him, but yes, them two are my favorite players. And then what did you say? The next question was
Mikel Arteta.
Mikel Arteta. That's a tricky question because I was pro Arteta from day one. I've loved him. I've loved the decisions that he's made, but I'm still Arteta in. He's got one more year left to actually make a difference because if we don't get Champions League next year, then Arteta is built up for 3 years to do what? To stay in the Europa League. So Arteta, I'm indifferent with him. I'm still got 1 year. I'm not Arteta out. You can't be Arteta out because I do not understand our fan base. Beginning of the season, you say to them, do you have a chance of finishing the top four? They said, we've got no chance. Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea ahead of us. We get close to getting top four, and then we don't get it, and they say, Arteta's bottled it. He's not good enough to get us Champions League. Like, you make a decision right at the beginning and you say, Arteta, even if he gets Champions League, I still don't want him. But you can't judge him on not getting Champions League football with the team that we have. I made a video on TikTok, I think about 2-3 months ago, and I said, name me one world-class player at Arsenal. Name me one world-class player, and then people they couldn't name it. Maybe Partey, yeah. And then you have at Man United, beginning of the season, you can name 6-7 players that are world-class at Man United. Chelsea, same thing. Man City, same thing. Liverpool, same thing. So if you can't even name one world-class Arsenal player...
Spurs have 2, so it's like...
Yeah. So we're literally trying to get Champions League with 0 world-class players and no one to actually carry us. We've got kids. So you can't judge Arteta on having kids and actually getting a Champions League football.
That's true. That's something a lot of people. He's being harshly treated. But guys, don't. You guys are being harsh in the comment section. Do me a favor. Let us know what you guys are thinking right now. Give us some comments and also hit that like button. We only have 11 of you guys like the video. But yeah, let's continue on. Enough about this season and everything else. What is your expectations for next? And are you optimistic for the transfer window? Before we start talking about transfers, are you optimistic for next season?
Yeah. As soon because I went to the Newcastle game, and then as soon as we lost to Newcastle, I was devastated, absolutely. Because literally the last probably 10 games, I was like, we need 6 wins, 7 wins, and we've got Champions League football. That's all we need. And then when we lost against Spurs and we lost against Newcastle, and then on the way back from Newcastle, I was devastated. I was literally for I think 3-4 days. I was finished. And the Champions League, because we've been like, we're starving. We need Champions League football. And then, because I told my friends they know me, and then I said to them, the last time I also in the Champions League, I was in college. So I finished college, I finished university, I started a job, and we're still not in the Champions League. 6 years, and we're still not in the Champions League. And I was absolutely devastated. And the transfer window now, it's got a massive impact because I saw like the players that we're after, and one player that I absolutely love, Serge Gnabry, and then there's rumours that he might not join because we haven't got Champions League football. And Champions League football was something that we needed, and that could have got us 2-3 world-class players. And now we're going to have to, I don't know who we're going to get now, because there's players like Tielemans, there's players like
Jesus.
Jesus. I wanted Osimhen. I wanted like world-class players, and we're end up getting players that are actually young or upcoming. So I'm not sure. So I'm optimistic.
You're cautiously optimistic, I would say. I hear you. You know what? It's good to speak to you today. But let me ask you this: are you worried that we might lose our youngsters like Bukayo Saka and
no chance?
Because I keep hearing links away from Arsenal. I hear Bukayo Saka to Liverpool. I hear Bukayo Saka to Man City. I hear Gabriel Martinelli to Liverpool. So these rumors keep coming out of nowhere. I think it's just to make us worried. But do you believe we will lose these players, or they will leave in the coming future if we don't get our shit together?
When it comes to youngsters, I'm not sure there's any youngsters right now except Eddie Nketiah that's got either 1 year left or about to leave on a free. Saka, he's got 2 years left, and I thought, and I read it, he's got 2 years, and then Arsenal got an option for a third season, 3 years. So I think Saka's got 3 seasons. Smith Rowe just signed a new contract last season, so he's not going anywhere. He's got 4 or 5 years. Saliba, I'm worried about him because I want him to stay. He's got 2 years left. We need to tie him up to a new contract, give him a 5-year contract. But with the rumours of Saka going to Man City, going to Liverpool, that's absolute nonsense. Because if you want to sign Saka right now, 70 million pounds, and
That's too
Liverpool,
cheap, bro. I would say 100.
100.
That's what he's worth to us.
Nah, not over 100.
That's what he's worth to us, though. That's the thing. He's worthless to us. He's priceless to us at this moment. He's our best player, so we can't afford to lose our best player. This is not. We can't do Fabregas Part 3.
I know what you mean. But Liverpool are gonna sign what's his name, Núñez. So Darwin Núñez. So they're spending 85 million on him. Man City getting Haaland. They're gonna get a midfielder. Why are they gonna get a winger when they've got about 6 wingers? So these rumours, I think, rival fans, rival journalists are just making it up just to get us on nervous. I highly doubt it. He's got the number 7 shirt. Is gonna sign a new contract. He plays week in, week out. He played every single Premier League game this season, and he's not gonna do that at Man City. He's not gonna do that at Liverpool. So in 2 years, then I'll be worried, but not now.
You know what? There's a comment that just came in before we get on to Gabriel Jesus. Richarlison is in this comment right here. What do you think of Richarlison? Would you take Richarlison? Imagine the shithousery he would do, saying North London is red and pissing off the Spurs guys every single week. That's what he would be good for. I don't really think he's a good signing for Arsenal. I'm not really interested in Richarlison. Are you?
I would love Richarlison. Richarlison on that left wing, he is the biggest shit house. The guy, he puts. I've never seen a guy put in like so much effort into every single game. The guy, he will actually walk off the pitch with one leg. I've absolutely love him. Quality wise, you can't get into Brazil's squad and not be good. And he plays for Everton, a team that hardly makes any chances. He plays with average players, and you've got him and then Tierney behind him on the left wing, overlapping. You got Odegaard, and if you get a striker, him on the left wing, he can rotate with Smith on the left wing. But it depends on how much. If they're wanting 70 million, no chance.
Let me just stop you there. Fabrizio Romano has recently spoken about dominoes for Brazilian strikers. He's like, next in the coming weeks, including Richarlison, Jesus, could be possible options. He thinks Jesus has chosen Arsenal, possibly could go to Chelsea for Richarlison also. But at this moment in time, he's saying those two are the options for Arsenal. I don't know. Could you see us going for both Jesus and Richarlison? And what do you think of Jesus? Just before we go on to, just before we finish up this topic.
No, we're not getting both of them. We're either going to get one or the other. We're either going to get one because Jesus is our main target as a number 9, and I'm devastated. If Jesus is our number 9, and if we're having Jesus and Eddie as our 2 strikers this season, we've got no chance.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. Gabriel Jesus is an amazing presser. He raises the level of quality in the squad. He scores goals when he doesn't have to worry about getting benched every single next couple of days, and he actually plays a run of games. He's very consistent. And I looked at his numbers as a striker. Are you aware when he's played as a striker at Manchester City, he has a goal return of like 40%. In 40% of the minutes that he's playing, he's scoring. 40% of the games that he plays, he scores. So that's really good scoring rate at a Man City team that scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the amount of chances Man City make and the amount of chances that we make. Where we need a striker that can, with one. Jesus is not a 2 chance. Like he needs 2 chances to go 1 goal. I've seen him in front of goal. He takes about 5, 6, 7 touches. 6, 7 touches. I'm like the type of guy. Like, I need a striker to touch and then shoot. That Italian guy that we're linked with, he's a proper number 9. He's a proper number 9. Hold up, and his shots, they remind me of Ibrahimovic. I've seen the highlights of his shots. Just touch, shoot. Jesus doesn't touch and shoot. He takes about 6, 7 touches, and then he tries to sweaty it or try to get past the keeper. So if we're having him as a I was a lone striker and no one else. Nah, we can't rely
So
on just on
Scamacca is the
Jesus.
guy that you want. Scamacca is the guy that you'd be interested in.
Scamacca along with another striker. So if we get Jesus and Scamacca, then okay, I'll be like, okay, that's decent. But if we're just getting Jesus and no one else, and we're having Eddie as our number 2, and I swear to God, if Eddie gets that number 14 shirt, if he gets that number 14 shirt, and rumors that he's getting 100 grand a week, yeah,
Oh man,
we're
you know what?
finished.
Just before we go on Scamacca, let's talk about Eddie quickly.
Yeah.
Eddie, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say. I genuinely believe if Eddie Nketiah has signed that new deal and he's getting 100K a week, he's gonna be our number 2 striker. I really do believe it. If he's getting 100K a week, I do believe he's going to be our striker, and I really do believe if we bring in another striker, it's just going to be him and Eddie for this season. I think Gabriel Jesus is a level raiser in the squad, and we might bring in a versatile winger. I don't see us going for a Jesus and a Scamacca. I don't see us going for a Osimhen or Isaac or somebody else and a Jesus. I think realistically, if we're going to go for 2 players, it's going to be somebody who can play on the wing and somebody who can play as a striker. And I think they view Gabriel Jesus as our number 9.
That's if the rumors are true that we're gonna have Jesus and Eddie as our number, because if Jesus gets injured, we're relying on Eddie again to get us goals. And he's done okay, but he's not a proper number 9. His hold up play is. I watched him against Newcastle. We needed a striker then. We needed a striker against Tottenham. We needed a striker. Like, we need a proper number 9. And if we're giving Eddie, because Eddie was seen as, he didn't play the whole season. So the guy didn't play the whole season. Last, 10 games or something? 8 to 10 games he played. And now he's worth 100 grand a week, and he's going to get a number 14 shirt. I trust Edu. I trust Arteta. But if that's going to happen, because I think Arsenal will try to announce a striker before they announce Eddie. I think they're going to try to sweeten the fans. Because if they just say Eddie now and they give him the contract and the shirt and everything, people will go crazy. So I think they're waiting to get a striker, and then they're going to probably do them at the same time just to, and how the fans are. They'll get excited one signing. They'll be like, oh, okay, Eddie's signing. That doesn't matter. We've got Jesus. So, nah. We're not getting top 4 with Eddie and Jesus. No chance.
So you don't think Jesus could be a 20+ goal season striker?
Premier League goals or overall?
Because people in the comment section are saying he's not a 20+ goal season striker. I think that's all comps most likely. I think he is.
All competition, Europa League, Premier League, FA Cup, will probably get 20+ goals. But Premier League, he will not get 20+ goals. He no chance.
Okay. And Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus is not enough. But if we can get a Gnabry or a winger, you know what? Forget about them for a second. You really like Scamacca.
As an alternative, because every team needs 2 different types of strikers. We need a guy that's good on the ball, quick, getting behind, and then if teams sit back, because we've got teams that are going to sit back against us at home, and then there's going to be low block. We need a guy that actually he can head the ball, flicker on, near post. I think since Drew's left, Drew was never an out-and-out number 9, and he was never he was a second striker. So if we can get a second striker and teams that are low block and we can play Scamacca and Jesus at the same time, 4-4-2, switch it up, that's what most teams have. We don't have that. We don't have a proper number 9. So Scamacca, with the little amount I've seen him, to be honest, I haven't seen him. I've never watched him as a 90-minute game. But with the highlights that I've seen, I know highlights can be deceiving. And he as a number 2, then I have him and Jesus. But yeah, my guy that I want is Osimhen. Osimhen, we should break the bank for him.
Why do you want Osimhen?
The guy can do everything. He can do everything. I've watched him for Napoli. I watched him in the Europa League. This guy, he is unreal. He's basically Scamacca and Jesus mixed together. And he can run in behind. He can header. He can hold up. He's strong. He's quick. The guy is unreal. And you don't.
Aren't you worried he's not prolific?
He's more prolific than Jesus. A lot more prolific than Jesus.
Is they? Because at Napoli he's only scored 14 goals, and I'm pretty sure Jesus is getting that with bench minutes.
Yeah, but he had a long-term injury. He had I think it was an ACL or an injury that took him out for a while. So he did come back from injury, and because you can't, there isn't
People are saying
anyone.
Osimhen's overrated, bro.
Yeah, you can see the profile. The guy's a Liverpool fan. He's always gonna be biased. Anyone that and yeah, Osimhen. You don't rate Osimhen. I'm
I
actually
think it's too
surprised.
expensive. I think the money is not worth it, bro. They're looking at 100 million. We can get Scamacca and Jesus for the same money that we would pay for Osimhen. I know,
That's true.
I know. Being accountants is not the thing we're supposed to do as footballers, but football fans. But realistically, when you look at the finances, does it make sense to spend the type of money Napoli want? And Napoli historically are a tough team to negotiate with.
Yeah. If you in perspective, yeah, it's better to get two players, two strikers, Eddie, Scamacca, and Jesus out of the three strikers. They just get in Osimhen and Eddie as the two strikers. That's more reasonable. Yeah. I see the comment someone saying bring in Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham's going to go for similar amounts. He's probably going to go for 80, 90 million.
Would you be happy with Tammy Abraham? Because I think if this is the way Tammy Abraham comes to Arsenal, if Jose goes to PSG, Tammy Abraham comes straight back into the Premier League.
Yeah,
that's the only way it's going to happen.
And Tammy Abraham, he's doing it in the Serie A. He's done it in the Conference League. That's Lukaku looked like he was top 5 strikers in the world when he was in the Serie A. So we can't judge Tammy Abraham in the Serie A and because he's bullying basically part timers. That's a bit of exaggeration, but he's bullying play. Premier League, you saw him in the Premier League. The guy, he's a West Ham Everton striker when he's in the Premier League.
Yo, talking about West Ham Everton, would you take DCL?
No chance. No chance. No chance. If we're trying to get Dominic Calvert-Lewin, no chance, bro, man. The guy should play for Burnley. The guy literally, his highlights is get the ball long, get it to Dominic Calvert, he'll chest it, he'll pass it. I watched him against us in the last game of the season. He's on the ball, he's not technically good. So his game is based on bullying the striker, bullying the defenders, and just passing it to the winger and then getting into the box. We don't need a striker like that. He's overrated. Definitely overrated, Dominic.
I tell you who my number one choice for Arsenal striker would be, you're gonna laugh. Or if you watch me, you probably already know. It's Ivan Toney. I would take Ivan Toney as my number one option. You're laughing, but I genuinely believe on the ball, Ivan Toney is technically gifted to the level of a Roberto Firmino.
But he's not. He's got no legs. He can't. I swear he can't run in behind. I've watched some of Brentford's games. I've never seen him, the midfielder, chipping it into the and he's getting in behind and he hasn't got burners. I've seen him. The guy he's a false 9. He's Lacazette 2.0. You just want another Lacazette 2.0.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think if he was at Liverpool, if he was at Arsenal, he would do well because his ability on the ball, he's technically gifted on the ball. When it comes to his pace, he doesn't have the burst of pace of a top pace striker, but he could do a similar role to what Harry Kane does at Tottenham, where he drops in, links up play, and he can run back faster than Lacazette to get back into goal. He's a good finisher. I think he's a quality player, but I don't think we're linked to him anymore. I
wouldn't go anywhere near him. I'd just go for different type of players.
Ruben Neves is going to Man United. He's no longer linked to Arsenal, guys. So
thank God for that. Thank God for that. If they're signing him, as the rumors are signing him for 60 million, 70 million.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, Man United are the only club to do that. Do you know? I saw with Ruben Neves has got a worse shot accuracy ratio than Conor Cody.
What?
You know that? Yeah,
no,
I saw.
Conor Cody's shots are in the box with a header. No.
No. With his feet. With his feet, I saw a YouTube video of Conor Cody and Ruben Neves, and they're saying that Conor Cody's got better shot accuracy in front of goal. Because I think it was crazy. He took he had 40 shots. I think it was about 40 shots on target. I'm not sure how much, but it was something crazy. He had over 100 something shots, and he only had little amount on target. I'll send you the video later on. But yeah, Ruben Neves.
Everybody was talking about this. You know what? We're gonna spend a second on this. We were
Yeah.
linked to him, and when we were linked to him, I analyzed him. I looked at him. I viewed everything about it, and then I've come to the conclusion that he is really clinical, but he's similar to Lukaku with his touch. And in a team that needs technically gifted players around them, he's going to have issues.
Yeah.
And I think at Liverpool, this could end up being a bad signing for them.
Oh, his first touch is terrible, terrible. I've seen him with Benfica, and oh my, I don't know. That came out of nowhere. It was so close. I thought he was going to sign with Man United. I thought, okay, Man United are getting him. He's not a proven striker yet. He's upcoming. We'll see what he does. United players, they never work out, so I thought he's probably not going to work out. And then Liverpool came out of nowhere, and they're about to sign him. So I thought, wow, something must have happened, and they must have tried to go for someone else, and then they thought, nah, we can't let Darwin Núñez go to United, so we should just try and snap him up.
Igal, come on, Tony, come on, Igal. You better analyze than this. You know what? I'll definitely look into more than just that. People definitely don't like the Tony shout. Wow. Neves is a DM. I don't view Neves as a DM. I view him as a box-to-box midfielder. Really, don't you?
He's not. He's not a DM. He's not a number 6. You can't. He's the type of guy. He plays in a 2 with João Martinho, and he's the type of guy. His best attribute is outside the box shooting, making things happen. He doesn't screen in front of the defenders. So no, he's not a number 6.
We got a good one here. Tielemans. Let's go to Tielemans before we go to the rest of Bissouma and Zinchenko. What do you think about Tielemans? Would you take Tielemans? Because we have been heavily linked to Tielemans. And let me tell you something. Even today, there was another update on the Tielemans saga with Arsenal. If you don't know, every single day there's been updates on Arsenal transfer news and everything with Arsenal transfer news. And I'm just saying to myself, I'm sick of it. But the window hasn't even opened yet. So this is what they said. Arsenal. Charles Watts has come out and said the 2 priority signings for Arsenal this summer are Tielemans and Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus and Tielemans seem to be the first 2 that are most likely going to end up happening. Arsenal have spoken to their representatives and remain hopeful these deals will get done before the summer comes. So yeah, what do you think about Tielemans, man?
If our midfield 3 is Thomas Partey, Tielemans, and Odegaard, running backwards, we've got no chance. Tielemans cannot run backwards. He's got no legs. He can't get around the pitch. He's got players at Leicester that have got Ndidi alongside him. He's got Harvey Barnes. He's got so many players around him that have got legs. He hasn't got legs. So I don't know. Yeah, he'd walk into our team because he's better. He's a lot better than Granit Xhaka. But as an upgrade, how much is he going for? £25 million? Is that the rumours?
25 million, yep.
Okay, if it's 25 million, I'll snap him up. Then I'll get him we need squad depth. It was £25 million, but I thought the rumours were he's going for 40 million. They wanted 40 million for him. So,
basically, they're in a situation at Leicester where they have to get rid of the player because he has 1 year remaining on his contract.
Oh, okay.
So if we do get Tielemans, it's going to be for around 25, max 30. No more,
Okay.
no more, no less. So that's around the price that they're currently looking for Tielemans. And I think it's a really good price. I think the player, I agree with you. Defensively, we might have issues, but that's where the other signings possibly come in that we might be looking at.
Yeah, we need 3 midfielders. Just to if Xhaka's leaving, because I don't think Xhaka's going to stay. If we have Partey, we need Tielemans. We need to get another midfielder and probably 1 more. So we need 4 midfielders overall.
There you go. Did you hear about Thomas Partey, by the way? What he did?
Yeah, he changed his name.
Yeah, that right there, that took me by surprise. I tried to do a video on it, but I completely messed it up. He changed his name to Yakubu, but I thought he changed his name to Jacob Yakubu, not realizing that Jacob and Yakubu is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Did you? So my man changed his name for his girl, his Moroccan girlfriend.
Yeah. Loves make you blind, though. You can just change you.
It's crazy. I was thinking to myself, out of all things, why Yaqub, right? And then he's like, oh, because his dad's name's Yaqub, and he's like, I decided to take my dad's name as my last name, and that's going to be my last name. I'm like, okay, makes sense.
And then he said that he's still going to continue with Partey on the back of your shirt.
As he should.
Yeah.
He shouldn't change everything, but still, it is a funny situation because a lot of people are saying, what's going on?
Yeah, that's
Couldn't he have picked like Elias or something for Thomas? I'm not sure.
yeah. I don't know, but hopefully he stays with her for long because you know how footballers are. They stay with one girl, they get married to them, and then 6 months later something happens, and then yeah,
There you go. Let's get away from
yeah,
that and get back to transfers.
yeah,
Where do we go from here? There was Bissouma. Bissouma, bro. Bissouma has issues, man. He's got a lot of issues off the pitch, but
yeah.
he's an absolute baller. Would you not take Bissouma in a heartbeat? Because I've seen too much of Bissouma destroying us in the
Oh
midfield
yeah.
over the years. I can't imagine this guy. I could imagine him going to Liverpool, Chelsea, any of those teams except for City and doing really well.
I'm flabbergasted of how this guy hasn't left Brighton and not gone to a top 6 team, top 7 team, top 8 team. I'm so flabbergasted. This guy, as a box to box midfielder, he can play as a 6 comfortably. He can get around the pitch. He's so good on the ball. I'm surprised, like West Ham, Everton, who's around, who's around that? Leicester, like these teams they've never tried to go for him, and then the top 6 team, Spurs, he in that Conte team with that 3-5-3-2 or 5-2-3 as a 2 midfielders, he would be unreal. I'm so flabbergasted. He's got I think a case coming up, and then I think he's gonna get.
He started yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, did you have it yesterday, that court case?
It started. So
Wow.
he's currently on international duty, but they started the case. He's gonna have to be back for the end of the case for the
Yeah.
verdict.
So I think so it depends on what kind of verdict he gets. If it's not guilty, then obviously we should go all out for him. And he is, if that's true, if that report is destined to play for Arsenal next season, I would him, Partey, we've got Tielemans coming in, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, I would be absolutely gassed.
Our midfield would be sorted if we had him and Tielemans come in. Woohoo, that would be amazing. Honestly, I would
Oh
love.
my goodness. I think if Bissouma comes in, I think he would replace Partey. I think he would play the number 6 role, and I think Partey would be rotating with him.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I think Bissouma's at this moment in time, he's better fit for that 6 role than Partey is. But you could play both of them. You know, you could play Partey, Bissouma, and Odegaard.
Yeah.
That would be so much cover, enough creativity also, and defensive steel. But then you're realistically, are you gonna buy xhaka? Are you gonna put xhaka on the bench and Tielemans? No, you're gonna have one of them leave the club. You're gonna have Tielemans.
If look at other rival teams, how many midfielders do they have? Liverpool got 4 midfielders on the bench. Man City, same thing. Chelsea, the amount of midfielders. Chelsea. Man United, they're gonna recruit. They're gonna get 3 midfielders. But we're the type of team. I don't know why Arsenal always say Saliba can't come in because we've got Ben White and Gabriel. But when we don't have squad depth, they say, like Arsenal don't have any squad depth. Xhaka, and if we get Xhaka and Tielemans, that would be quality squad depth because Partey, for some reason, he'll be out for 3 months. So Partey will be out for 3 months every season. So that's one guy out. Xhaka, suspensions. So he'll miss a couple of games. So it'll be Tielemans and Bissouma that's going to be most likely available week in, week out. So we're going to need 4 midfielders. Lokonga, I'd put Lokonga in the Euro. Him and Elneny just play Europa League. Tell Lokonga and Elneny from now till when we get to the last 16, just play Europa League. Don't play another first team players.
You know what? There's some comments in here saying buy Xhaka. We got to talk about that. Skills, which is a regular on the channel, saying Daud knows ball. What do you expect, bro? My guy not only knows ball, he plays ball. Bro. He's a elite striker.
No, I'm a winger.
Okay, right or left?
Left winger, cutting in.
I'm not gonna lie, I was the same way, but I was one of those kick push guys.
Is it?
Kick it, run around the defender, and just try to get onto it.
No, I'm not like quick. So I'm more like, if you get me the ball, I'm more like I dribble, pass it, and then touch and then move. I don't kick and then run and then chase after it.
I'm like Mo Salah. I just run.
Is it?
Or you can say Theo Walcott, just run. I can't even. I play on left wing, but I never even use my left foot really. What I do is I just try to get around the person and cut back. That's it. But by saying Daud's got a bad touch, bro. He's got a better touch than most people.
And
I
I'm
think
gonna,
that's
yeah,
bad.
I'm
That's
gonna,
really
I'm,
bad.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna start bringing out more football content, like a serious one, because I just used to bring banter football content, like proper serious, and people will know I'm a baller. You'll
There
see.
you go, bro. I'm a basketball player. I play
Yeah,
football here and there,
yeah.
right? Basketball is my main sport. But like, if people ask me to do a couple kick-ups, I could definitely do like what 25. That's the best.
That's good. That's decent.
That's like
Yeah.
my record. That's like a record. That's
Ah,
like an accomplishment. If I
yeah,
if I do 6 or 7 in a row, I'm
yeah,
happy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's get back to this. There's this comment here. What are they saying? Xhaka, would you sell Xhaka?
100%. Xhaka, we need to. We don't really need Xhaka. If we're getting Bissouma, we're getting Tielemans. There's no way Xhaka is gonna start any games. And Xhaka, he was good for now, just to keep that stability because we needed him this season. Because if we got rid of Xhaka last summer and he went to Roma, we wouldn't even had a chance to even get top 4, even forget top 6. We would have been around 8th, 9th. So Xhaka was vital for this team, but he was a cover. I think that's why they gave him 1 year extension just to say one more season, Xhaka, just help us out 1 more season, then you can go in the summer. So yeah, get him out. We need to get rid of the players that in the past. Start fresh, start new, and then hopefully next Champions League.
You know what? We've been linked to Xhaka's fellow countryman, a center back. I don't know if you watch Dortmund too much, but we've been linked to this Swedish
Yeah,
center back,
Akanji.
Akanji.
Yeah,
What do you think about him? 21 million. That's what they're valuing him at. I personally don't think we need another center back, and I just
yeah.
don't know. I don't think this is a good signing. But what do you think?
If we're getting rid of Rob Holding, because we need to get rid of Rob Holding. Get rid of Rob Holding. Pablo Mari is probably going to leave. We're all going to be left with Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White, and we're going to probably need another centre back just for that extra cover because we'll need 4 centre backs. Every team needs 4 centre backs. So if we're going to get him 21 million, if that's like a extra signing, I'm happy with extra signing because I think we need 7-8 players. We need 7-8 players. So the more signing we can get, but if we're signing him and it's stopping us from getting another midfielder like Bissouma, then obviously no chance. But if there's like an extra signing, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind him coming in. £21 million. That's nothing nowadays.
Boom. People in the comment section, we've had 148 votes already on how many signings Arsenal are going to sign. Guess how many signings people think we're going to sign? They think we're going to sign between 2 to 3 signings. No level of optimism from this chat right now. 42% think we're going to sign 2 to 3 signings. 36% think we're going to sign 4 to 5 signings. And 11% think we're going to sign 0 to 1. And 11% think we're going to sign more than 6. So it's more between the 2 to 4 2 to 5 range, which people think we're going to sign. And also hit that like button, guys. Right now, we have only 36 likes in the chat. We literally have over 137 of you guys and only 36 likes. You can do much better than that, guys. Hit that like button right now. Hit that like button right now. It helps the channel a lot. And let us know what you guys want to talk about because we still got a little bit more time before we gotta go. But yeah, where were we? Zinchenko. I seen a Zinchenko message. What do you think about Zinchenko? Yeah. I think Zinchenko's quality, left back cover, midfield cover could help us out a lot, bring a lot of value to the squad. I think you guys are undervaluing Zinchenko. He is as important. He's just as important to get as Tielemans. What do you think about that?
Zinchenko, when it comes to like availability in every position, he can play in the midfield 3. He can play on the left wing. He can play left back, left wing back, and Tierney injuries. I think he's better than Tierney at left back. I actually think. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but on the ball, playing out the back, if we have him on the left, and there's rumours of signing that Hickens. I don't want Hickens because I watched him for Scotland the other day. He's one of those guys.
We'll get on to him after. Save him for
later. So when it comes to Zinchenko, yes, depends on the price. How much are they wanting him for?
Between 20, 22, 25 million.
Yeah. So okay then, if it's that kind of amount, as a backup, not backup, but him and Tierney fighting for that left back position, 100%. Get him in. If there's any trouble in midfield, put him in midfield. Yeah, 100%. I love it. I love Zinchenko. Quality player.
Okay. You said something about Hickey. You are not a fan of Hickey. You're not interested in signing Hickey. What is it? Because in my opinion, Hickey seems like it's closer to happening than Zinchenko at this moment in time. But
Yeah,
where do you stand with Aaron Hickey?
he's. We need to bring more technically gifted players that can play football. I watch Hickens. I watch him for Scotland. He's so similar to Tierney. Tierney he can get up or down the pitch. He's strong. He's got a decent right foot. He's both footed. He's left footed, boys. He's got a decent right foot as well. He's decent, but if we're just getting him, and if we're gonna get him, Zinchenko and Tierney, because there might be rumours that we might get Zinchenko to play midfield as well. Nah, I don't want them free. That's wasting money. What's the point of getting Hickey? He's uh, yeah. Would you want him at Arsenal? Because I probably wouldn't.
I would rather we have go. I would rather go for Zinchenko because he can do more things and he can cover both positions. But if you're gonna bring in Hickey, he can also cover right back. So I don't know why we do it? I'm not gonna judge the player on what I've seen in him playing against Scotland. I'm gonna wait and see what it takes. The main thing about him is he's two-footed. He's another
Yeah,
player who's two-footed, technically skilled on both feet. So he would add another element to us where he can also play right back or left back. So that versatility is key.
yeah. But he's average at right back. Very average.
Imagine we bring both in.
That would probably mean we're probably not going to get Bissouma or probably going to get Zinchenko and Tielemans. So Partey as well. If we're having Zinchenko as our midfielder, no thank you. As a left back and then backup midfielder, okay. But as a midfielder, he's not gonna. Where's he gonna play? Because we don't play in a 4-3-3. So is he gonna play as a two midfield with Partey?
I don't know if he would come to Arsenal to start because we can't guarantee him starting minutes. Would he come to Arsenal to be a bench player?
If he says to, because is his dream to play as a midfielder, or would he be still
Yes,
happy to play
yes,
as a left back?
yes.
Okay, then.
And reports are Mikel Arteta wants to play him as a midfielder. He
So
views him.
yeah.
You see how we played Xhaka at the end of the season in that eight role, the advanced eight. That's where
Oh,
that's where he's
yeah.
gonna play.
I think. Can you remember last season, not this year, last season, where xhaka went into that back three and then went into that left back position? He might do that as well, where he would play that. We play Ben White on the right, Gabriel in the middle, and then we play Zinchenko on that left sided. When we have the ball, that left sided midfield, then we have Tierney pushing up, and then we have the left winger coming inside with Smith Rowe. He might do that because he could cover the midfield and left back at the same time. So if I'm looking at it like that, then yeah, he'll be decent because he'll be a massive upgrade on xhaka. He's mobile, he can get around the pitch, he's good on the ball, and he can get a goal. So
So I've talked you into having him as a midfielder.
low key, the way we play, yeah, he would actually work. He would actually work.
There you go. Gnabry. Gnabry is a dream. It's not a reality in my opinion. It seems more like a dream signing. And a lot of people have talked themselves into the possibility of Arsenal signing Gnabry. This could be this. But
No.
if Gnabry was to leave Bayern, could you view him? Could you see him at Arsenal?
When you say dream, I think it's a possibility, but only a 30%, 40% possibility of him coming. A dream would be like getting like Frankie De Jong. Frankie De Jong would be like a dream signing where he's happy at Barcelona. He wants to stay at Barcelona, and if he was to leave Barcelona, play for Champions League team. Gnabry, he wants to
He's
leave
going to
Bayern
United,
Munich.
bro. He's going to United.
No,
Like,
that's not happening. That's not happening. If he's coming out and saying I want to stay, I don't want to go. I want to play in the Champions League. What's United offering him? Like,
money.
but but that's what we used to do. We used to tell players come because you're gonna get a big paycheck. Man United need to sign players that want to go to them. So that's what I never understood about clubs. That's what Arteta said when he came. I want to sign players that want to play for Arsenal. I don't want to sign players that are going to come for the paycheck because Partey really wanted to come to Arsenal. Odegaard wanted to come to Arsenal. There's so many players that we've signed actually wanted to come to Arsenal. But if you're signing players that Gnabry is an Arsenal fan, he loves Arsenal. He's won the Champions League. He's won the league titles at Bayern Munich. He's done it. So there isn't a way where he's still trying to get to that level. He's been at that level. He's been at that level for Germany. So when it comes to Arsenal, he'd be like, he wants to be like, I want to be that person that took Arsenal or helped Arsenal win the Champions League or helped Arsenal win the league because he loves Arsenal. So compare that to Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong's got no allegiance to Man United. He doesn't love United. He's just going after the paycheck. Gnabry, I watched him in an interview a couple of years ago with Chunks on YouTube, and he's saying that he's still got love for Arsenal. He still watches Arsenal, and if we offer him and then we say to him, because I think he wants to be guaranteed players that if he sees other players on his level coming to Arsenal, he'll be like, okay, they're actually building something good, and then we can get to that next level. But yeah, I'm still optimistic. I think he's 100% leaving. Real Madrid not signing him. Liverpool not signing him. Where's he going to go? If he is to leave, where is he going to go? Because I can't think of a team that's like, oh, okay, he might go to them.
I'll tell you. Real Madrid might view him as a possible Bale replacement.
No. I don't think they'll get him. I don't think they'll get him because where is he going to play? They've got Valverde, they've got Vinicius, they've got Benzema. They're probably going to get another attacking player. But he's like, what's the motivation going to Real Madrid? He's only won the Champions League. Winning the La Liga isn't something that's players say they want in La Liga. And Real Madrid, okay, they're building a quality team. They're looking like
he could go to Liverpool as a Mane replacement.
But I think if that was to happen, I think they would have negotiated for a swap deal with Mane and money on top, or like give us Gnabry plus 10 million euros or 15 million euros for Mane. I think they would have done. But there isn't. Then right now, they're actually Bayern Munich and Liverpool are not on good terms right now because Bayern Munich said to them, "Oh, we gave you Thiago Silva on a discount. Yeah, I mean Thiago Alcantara on a discount, and why are you not giving us Mane on a discount?" But they want 40 million, 45 million for Mane. Bayern don't want to pay that. So they're not on good terms. I don't think they'll do a negotiation for Gnabry.
Okay, that's safe. Just moving on quickly. Tierney, Nuno, Tavares, our left back situation. What do you think about those two guys? What do we do with them?
Nuno Tavares, that's how Fabrizio or the Portuguese don't say, he needs to go. Nuno Tavares, he needs to go ASAP. That match against United, this guy single-handedly wanted us to lose that game. He said, we're playing sick, we're playing amazing, we can win this game by 2-3. He said, no, I want to be the reason why we don't win today.
I'm not going to lie. He literally got roasted by Elanga right in front of my eyes. It was bad.
I was literally watching. I think we had Cedric and Tavares, and they had Dalot and Telles, and that was probably the worst fullback game I've seen in my life. I've never seen 4 fullbacks that bad in one game. That must have been a record of 4 terrible fullbacks at once.
2 penalties given away from fullbacks.
Oh my god! I think it would have been 3 penalties if the Cedric one was a penalty as well. So it would have been 3 penalties by the 4 fullbacks. And yeah, I heard the rumours he's going to go out on loan, and we need to get him out on loan a season. Let him play week in, week out. Let him make his mistakes. And I think it was never going to work out. I never thought it was going to work out. We were just like a cover for Tierney. And if we get Hickey or get Zinchenko, send him out on loan, and then if he does well for another team, make good money off him, because I don't think he'll ever make it Arsenal.
Boom. I don't think there's any other major news. Oh yeah, the Saliba news. What do you think about Saliba, bro? Saliba looks like he's going to be staying. I'm happy. We both have done numerous videos on William Saliba and everything, and it's good to see him now staying at Arsenal. No more stress of him possibly leaving. I'm happy about that. What are you saying?
I follow that French football on Twitter, and the propaganda these guys have been giving for the past year about Saliba wants to leave. He never once said I want to leave. They take everything out of context. Arsenal fans actually said, "Oh, why is Arteta not keeping Saliba?" Do you know before the season, Saliba didn't play one full season anywhere. He never had a full season where he played week in, week out. And you expect him to come to Arsenal at the age of 19, 18 years old and to make a difference. Arteta thought logically. He thought we've got no Europa League football, we've got no Champions League, we're playing once a week. Ben White and Gabriel are reliable when it comes to injuries. Send him to Marseille. Marseille, unreal. I've been doing Saliba watch for how many years now? Since he signed for us, I've been doing Saliba watch. I watch him all the time. I love him. I rate him more than Ben White. I rate him so highly. This guy, one-on-one defending, can run in behind, is good on the ball. If he wasn't an Arsenal player right now, he'd be going for 60 million.
Let me just stop you there right now. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Hit that like button right now. Just before we wrap up, bro, we're gonna do something quickly. But hit that like button, guys. We're almost at 50 likes. Absolutely free. Let's get over 50 likes. Let's do our hypothetical Arsenal 11 for next season. Just to wrap up.
Okay.
Ramsdale's gonna start, of course.
Yeah. Ramsdale, yeah, 100%, yeah.
I'm just gonna get create formation up on the screen.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Ramsdale, right now, okay, I'll keep him. One more season, if he starts still doing that funny business, get another keeper next summer. But for now, yeah, Ramsdale.
Okay, so I'm gonna get create formation up so we can see this, just so you can see it. And then so Ramsdale's gonna be our goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, not Ramsey.
It's got Ramsdale.
And so he really surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, Ramsdale really did surprise me. And he took over he took that number one spot from Leno, never gave it back.
Yeah.
Right back, Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu, yeah, 100%.
Tomiyasu, right back. Left back. If Zinchenko is signed, or Aaron Hickey, or Tierney, which one do you think it's gonna be?
Zinchenko. I'm going for it.
Zinchenko, okay. 1 second. Let me just figure out how to get his name spelled.
Yeah, his name's kind of.
Okay, I got it. Zinchenko. Come on, why is it not coming up?
Then.
Not coming up. You know what? Just give it a second, because it takes a second sometimes. What about the center back? Because we were just talking about them.
Gabriel, 100%.
Gabriel, 100%. But who's gonna sit next to Gabriel? You know they have Zinchenko's name as something else.
Yeah. Tizen.
Why do they have him as Tizen? What the hell?
No idea. That's weird.
Okay.
Gabriel, 100% as a left-sided centre back. So Gabriel gets in.
Gabriel gets in. What are the people in the comment section for the centre back?
Ben White or Saliba? I mean, Ben White or Saliba. I think when it comes to Premier League experience, I think Arteta will pick Ben White. But as soon as Ben White starts making mistakes or off form, Saliba will get in.
People are saying Kieran Tierney all day over Zinchenko.
The guy can't stay fit. He can't play, and you expect him to play Europa League and Premier League. And on the ball, I rate him. He can get up down the pitch. He's got heart, but just for now, I pick Ben White. Yeah, just to make it not controversial.
Okay. That number 6 role at this moment in time, it's gonna have to be Partey.
Yeah, Partey. Yeah.
Odegaard in one of the cams.
Yep.
Odegaard. I thought Odegaard was player of the season, signing of the season. What about you?
Yeah, and Saka. I think it's still Saka. I think Saka was still player of the season.
No, I mean signing of the season.
Oh, signing of the season for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say him or Ramsdale?
I think keeping Leno was still. Odegaard was the game changer because we didn't have a number 10. So he was actually centre mid, that one. I don't want to say Tielemans. I don't want to. My heart is set on Bissouma, but we're going to get Tielemans. So realistically, it'll probably be Youri Tielemans.
Interesting. So you would rather have Bissouma in?
Yeah, 100%. Any day of the week. I'd have Bissouma on that left side of midfield, but if there's Tielemans, I think Fabrizio's saying, I think it's going to be Tielemans.
Okay, Bukayo Saka is there. It's safe to say Gabriel Jesus is going to be.
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus. Yeah.
Let me just see. Gabriel Jesus. But the question is, who's going to be that left wing? Is it going to be Emil Smith Rowe? Is it going to be Bukayo Saka? Or could you see Arsenal signing a Cody Gakpo?
That left side of midfield. Can we say we can't say Gnabry? No. Gnabry is probably unlikely.
Gnabry's unlikely, but if you want to put him there, it would look amazing. I'll tell you that much. It would look amazing with Gnabry.
With that, if I want to be greedy, take Tielemans out and put Bissouma there. That can get you Champions League. I think that could get you Champions League. I think you put Bissouma there, and then I think that would get you Champions League football.
1 second. So basically, you're asking if you had the keys to Arsenal, this is what you would do, basically.
Yeah, I'd play Bissouma and Partey as two sitters. Odegaard at number 10 and Gnabry, Saka and Jesus. Yeah. That will Gnabry 1v1 can get past a player. Saka 1v1 can get past a player. Odegaard and Jesus 1v1 technically can get past any player. So these three, and then they can all rotate. So you can sometimes Gnabry can go on the right, Saka can go on the left. Jesus for a minute can go on the right hand side. So when it comes to fluidity, them three, amazing. Odegaard, he'll be like, bro, I went from passing it to Pepe, Lacazette, Eddie, and Aubameyang that haven't got no technical quality to passing it to Gnabry, Jesus, and Saka. That would be a dream come true for Odegaard as well. You'll see Odegaard will double-digit assists next season. He'll 100% because the amount of chances that he made and no one scored from that. And he doesn't really have to worry about tracking back because if you've got Thomas Partey and Bissouma sitting, you don't really need to worry about. And Tomiyasu, he defensively quality. So he doesn't really have to worry about the overlap runs. Tomiyasu can sit. You can put what you can do is you can put Gabriel, Ben White, and Tomiyasu in that defensive three off the ball, and then you can put Zinchenko high up the pitch, and then you can have like a midfield three of Zinchenko, Bissouma, and Partey. They can play that 3-3, and then the four of them can attack. So that's a dream. Four signings. Them four signings. Jesus, Gnabry, and Bissouma and Zinchenko. Get them four players. Arteta has to get Champions League. Either win the Europa League or get top four.
What about if you didn't get Zinchenko and you got Hickey, would it be just as good? Or if you change any of those pieces?
We need to start. Arteta said before the end of the season, we need to start signing proven players now. We need to start signing proven players. We can't. Hickey is an upcoming prospect. These players are up. I don't want no upcoming prospect. We did that last summer. This is when we get to that next level. This is what Arteta's been talking about, that next level. So this summer, we need to bring in some game changers. Break the bank. Someone said Bellingham never come to Arsenal. That was he's like 80, 90 million. But never happening. He'll probably go Liverpool or Real Madrid or something like that in the future. But we need to have game changers because if we don't make game changers this summer, United are going to get better. Spurs are obviously getting better, and Chelsea are going to get better. So forget getting closer to Liverpool, Man City. We'll probably even get close to top four again. So these other teams rebuild because Chelsea need a lot of players, Tottenham need a lot of players, and Man United need a lot of players. So if we can slowly, because forget Chelsea, we're ahead of Spurs. When it comes to Spurs rebuild, Spurs they fluked it. The only reason why they got Champions League because of Son and Kane. Take Son and Kane out of that Spurs team, they're not getting top 6. Probably not even getting top 7. So they're two-player team with Conte. We're more get 4 world-class players. I'm sorry, but no one's stopping us winning the Europa League.
So you're saying, if you're asking yourself, where does this? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send this team to you because you might want to do something with it. So I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you on Twitter. But I'll tell you this: where do you think that team finishes in the league?
fourth with us and Spurs fighting our fourth position. Because if you look at it in context, look at Europa League, if we're still fighting for the Europa League and top four during the end of the season, it's going to be a stretch trying to get, because I think Spurs will go out early in the Champions League. I think they'll go out in the last 16 max quarterfinals, Spurs. So they'll be out early. So they'll be concentrating on top four. So if with that team, if we win the Europa League and finish fifth, yeah, I'll take that. Win the Europa League and finish fifth, I'll take that. But if we get zero Champions League, then forget rebuild, forget the project. Because who are you going to convince next summer if we don't get Champions League football? You can't convince anyone else. So yeah,
it's gonna be difficult.
It's gonna be tough, yeah.
But yo, you know one thing people always think, what do you call it? Dawood, what? Big up Dawood. TikTok later maybe. I don't know. You're gonna do more TikToks later?
TikTok, I never schedule anything. It's just literally just freestyle. I've been freestyling on TikTok for since July, so I'm just gonna keep that freestyle mentality. Where if I see something, if I'm scrolling on my phone through Twitter and I see something, that's why when I see a gal, you're always retweeting something. I think Twitter needs to sign you a full-time job, because the way you're on Twitter, always retweeting, you always give me content for my TikTok. So I see you retweeting something, I was like, okay, and I screenshot it, put on my TikTok. Literally, that's all I do. I see something on Twitter, screenshot it, make a max 1 minute, 30-second video, and then that's it. I get on with my day. I don't like schedule anything.
There you go. Yeah. And yo, people have the wrong sense of you, man. People think you're this guy who's just like AFCV like Thai or something like that. Or I always get this thing where it's like people say, yo, I even had a comment today. Somebody said you and Dawood are like a match made in heaven. You guys are both the same. You guys are both Somali and you're both deluded. I'm like, what's with this whole deluded thing? Everyone always calls deluded.
I don't really mind that deluded mentality, because I'd rather think about the optimistic and be happy. Because literally from the beginning of the season, I was saying we might get Champions League. We might get Champions League. Everyone was laughing. Saying no chance. You lost the first 3 games. I was still saying we can still get Champions League because we're playing once a week. You still have to have that kind of... Because if you got Champions League, like, I could have just said, oh, I told you so. But we're close to getting Champions League. Sometimes you kind of have to have that kind of like mentality where you think the best of your team, and if you think the best of your team, people will always find a way of calling you deluded. If you think logically, people will call you negative. If you love your team, and people will call you deluded. So yeah, it doesn't really affect me.
You can't. There's nothing you can really do. No matter what, they're gonna love you. They're gonna hate you.
Yeah. It is love and hate. That's still another viewer on your channel.
100%. And you know what the thing for me is? If anyone ever actually speaks to you or speaks to other people when it comes to football, they actually get a better understanding of how much knowledge they actually have on the sport, instead of just making assumptions, because people would see your content and they'll make an assumption of you, but you really do like know what you're talking.
Because there is, there's a couple other TikTokers, Arsenal fans that I watch on TikTok, and they put a lot of work into it. They make graphs and they talk about it and they make this and that. And for me, honestly, I'm not passionate about that. I'm not passionate about speaking about the in-depth analysis of what happened and doing homework on a player and seeing what he'll do for this and that. I watch the game, I see it with my own eyes. So for me, just eye test. I do eye test. I see a player. If I like him, I speak about him. If I don't like him, I don't speak. I don't look into in-depth on what happened, this and that. I'm not that kind of person. And I think people like watching analysts, and people like watching entertainers. So I see myself more of like an entertainer, instead of like an analyst.
And do you put a comedic spin on it?
Or... 100%. Yeah. For me, if I didn't do that extra, I probably wouldn't get to kind of following that I now have compared to before. I'm not saying to be fake or to do this and that, but if you love your team and you're passionate about it, and you put your head on the line, whatever that saying is, And because people love rivalry. If you're talking about another team and you ban another team, people love it. And then when you end up losing, people come on your channel and they say to you, "Oh, what happened? I thought you're gonna beat us or this and that." So having that kind of rival mentality, I think that's what keeps it more engaging and more,
Nah, I definitely hear that. Bro, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the channel.
No, thank you very much.
I'll definitely try to reach out to you to get you on another time if you're available.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
like we should do this maybe once a month, if anything. Just
Yeah.
it will be like the catch up with Dawood. And guys,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Dawood is on TikTok, massive platform on TikTok. Go check him out on TikTok. Let me just get your TikTok up so for the people who are not familiar with you can get a sense of where it is. And also, if you just type in the same name of what the in the video, you can find his YouTube channel also. So 1 second, let me just get both of them up for you so I can show the people what we're doing. And yeah, man, what was your first impression of me, by the way? Because I know you're always defending Arsenal. Did you just think I was similar to you, where it's like
No, no. I think because I was watching you a long time ago. I think about 2-3 years ago when you was please, that's my YouTube channel. I don't upload as much on YouTube as I did. So it's 3 weeks ago on my last video. So I'll try my best to upload more videos on YouTube. But yeah, my impression of you when I saw you passionate about Arsenal on the football terrace, and I thought, okay, I need to start being. I think you probably one of the main reasons why I started all this, because I used to watch you on football terrace, and I thought, okay, a passionate Arsenal fan, we need to get you more on. So I need to get on more. So yeah, that's basically my TikTok. But yeah.
Big up Dawood for coming on, bro. Thank you for giving me
Appreciate it, bro, man.
taking an hour out of your life to speak to me. And big up to everybody in the chat. Guys, put a round of applause in for my guest Dawood, and you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. It was very in depth. And it was a nice conversation. Hopefully we can do it again in the future, maybe before the end of the window or whenever you're free. And you guys have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. Peace out.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.